I first came to Turning Point, oh boy, my son was 15 in July, so I first came to Turning Point when he was 8 months old. I had a very traumatic incident with his father and just needed to get out of the house. I waited until I could leave at the right moment and pretended I was going home to Somerset, and you guys had a storefront in Richmond, and I went there. I think I had researched it for a while and knew you guys were there, but I went there because the violence got too bad, and I knew I needed to talk to somebody, and then it wasn't right.
What brought me to Turning Point was that I needed to be safe with my children. We needed somewhere to go until I went to my next destination or found a place, because I knew I couldn't go back where I was. So, safety reasons, and just feeling nervous and scared about the situation I was in at the time.
I was like, it was the grandiose period, the romancing period, where it was just, you thought life was going to turn out, and you really had your fairy tale again for that brief, couple days. And we got in the car to go to the state fair, and I thought, okay, I can finish, I can buy this new house, we're going to get married, we're going to have this great life. And we literally got in the car. I have no idea right now what it was, but the switch flipped, and we were going 100 miles an hour down 94. He was, trying to push me out of the car. I got over the seat, and all of a sudden the switch flipped again, and he had no idea why I was like freaking out in the car. We went home, and I went and picked my kids up that day, and I thought, nope, this is what I gotta do.
Really appreciate the holistic vision that this organisation has for the people that it serves, the understanding that violence is something that you have to take a holistic view in helping people heal, that you can't just give people services on at the moment of crisis and just let them go.
With no judgment, she just said, what can I help you with? Why are you here? And I just started crying, and she treated me like a person and just let me know that I wasn't alone. My kids went to the child services. At that time he was pretty little, and the advocate there would play games with him and do things with him as far as support that I didn't even realize was support. The child advocacy, my son wouldn't talk to a regular therapist because he said they'd share that with his dad and then it would just get too bad. So that child advocate, as long as he wasn't in immediate harm, would go ahead and keep that confidential between the two of them, and that meant the world to me, that he had an outlet because he knew it was already hard enough for his mom.
The shelter was amazing. Me and the kids, we arrived there June 2015, and I was welcomed with open arms. And the first thing that got me about the shelter was the name, the Turning Point, because I already knew that I wanted my life to change, and just seeing that name and seeing the smiling faces that when I walked in there, that was my first experience. And I know it's odd because we're scared, we're fearful, we're concerned about money, we don't know where we're going to live, we don't know who to talk to, who not to talk to. My first impression was welcome. That was my first. It was amazing. And there I found the support that I needed to get resources. We had food. I was able to save money. They helped out with things after we got into our place.
So my role at Turning Point is I manage the shelter facility. I'm the primary advocate for the clients that come into our shelter. I assist them with any needs that they are looking for and help them find housing and other resources that they might need. So some of those challenges that we see at shelter is a significant lack of space. So we consistently have to turn people away that are seeking shelter just because we don't have beds available. We also don't have enough community space to be able to suit the people who are already in shelter. So we don't have adequate kitchen areas, food storage areas. The bedrooms aren't really big enough, which creates a lot of problems for people who are staying here.
I felt safe there. I could talk to everybody.
So for my program, I would love to not have to answer a phone call knowing that I would have to turn them away from our shelter. That would be the absolute perfect world and goal, that we would always have a bed available for those families that need a place to stay.
You know, what I'd really like to say is, you know what, you need to look in that mirror, no matter how down you are, and realize that you are worth it. You are beautiful, and you do not deserve any of it. And I know that's super hard, because it took me a long time to realize that before I walked out that door. But there's people that truly care and want to breathe that belief in you until you can breathe that belief in yourself.
What's happened with me in 2015, this didn't start in 2015. It started when I was 6 years old. I haven't had the confidence that I have now. When I was younger in my adult life and with my children, until I came here, I've had confidence, but it was shallow. And I was able to survive and just get past the next. But now I've got depth in my confidence. I've got spirituality. I've got friends. I've got a community who believes in me and my kids. I have never seen an outpouring of joy and peace all in one place. And I'm talking about Turningpoint. And you all just branch off and you keep branching off like tree branches, and it's amazing. So thank you, because there's a healing in this place, and I felt it when I saw the name. And if people don't feel that when they see that Turningpoint and Second Chance put it together, it's so evident. It's so evident. So thank you. Thank you so much.